The UN describes the Rohingya as the most persecuted people on earth. More than 1 million have left Myanmar as refugees over the past few decades, fleeing mass murder and rape at the hands of the military. Their plight resulted in legal action taken by Gambia on behalf of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation at the UN's highest court.
You tell Myanmar to stop these senseless killings, to stop these acts of barbarity and brutality that have shocked and continue to shock our collective conscience, to stop this genocide of its own people.
The Rohingya are just one group of many who've been the victims of genocide. In July 1995, more than 8,000 Bosniak men and boys were killed by Serb forces in and around the town of Srebrenica. And up to 500,000 people are believed to have been killed in Sudan's Darfur since 2003, in a conflict that continues today. The United Nations Convention on Genocide describes the crime as an act that intends to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial or religious group. These actions include killing or causing serious bodily or mental harm, deliberately destroying an environment that impacts a group's living conditions, and imposing measures intended to prevent births. The UN adds that the international community has a collective responsibility to protect and prevent all actions that can lead to genocide and other crimes against humanity.
There continues to be a gap between words of commitment and the grim reality of vulnerable populations around the world. In far too many countries, we continue to see systematic and grave human rights violations, widespread impunity, hate speech, exclusion and discrimination.
Prosecutions have been few. One case is that of Rwandan businessman Felicien Kabuga. He's been charged with 5 counts of genocide, including financing the militia that killed hundreds of thousands of Tutsis and Hutus. Lawyers are pressing for more legal action in cases like these.
I've worked a great deal on the legal aspects of genocide, and so it's very interesting for me professionally to be involved in cases involving the Genocide Convention. There are not many of them. There are very few prosecutions now.
The UN says the COVID-19 pandemic has increased the risk of persecution marginalized people face. It warns that without more preventative measures, they'll continue to remain vulnerable to genocide. Shamim Chowdhury, TRT World.